Diarrhea. Diarrhea is another common complaint. Oh, by the way, doctor is having diarrhea. Again, you say to the mother, what do you mean by diarrhea? Well, you know, the stool kind of watery and loose. Okay, again, we come to frequency and we come to consistency. If it's long, watery stuff with a little bit solid bit in it, that's diarrhea, okay? But if it is kind of chunky with a little bit of liquid, you get a type of chunky type of chalky type stool in parents who kids are taking a lot of vegetables. You know, some of them are vegetarian and they stuff vegetables down. So they have not diarrhea, but it's chunky stool. And again, we have breast milk stool. Breast milk stool is yellow, chunky bits and a lot of water. And the parents say, my baby's got diarrhea. A newborn baby after 2-3 weeks after, I say, come on, what color is it? It's yellow, doctor. It has chunky bits and it has liquid. I say, how's your baby doing? Fine. How often? Well, doctor, every hour on the hour. Every time you go to feed the baby, has a stool. Say, has the baby lost weight? No. So that is breast milk stool. It's not diarrhea. Okay, so in diarrhea, you have to describe the stool. Now, there's an unusual type of diarrhea you get in a kid who's constipated. A kid who is constipated have a big bulk of stool in the rear end. And what happened, that stool is waiting to come out, but it can't come out because it's too hard. So what happened is, the stool rests against the bowel wall and you have a few bacteria there and the stool liquefies. So it comes in and he's always staining his pants. Doctor, he has diarrhea. What color is the diarrhea? Okay, because that type of stool you get from constipation is dark brown or it looks blackish. Okay, because classic diarrhea is yellow or green or colorless. It's diarrhea because it comes from the upper part of the bowel, the same bile that you will throw up, vomit up, it comes too fast and it doesn't have time to change to the brown of the normal stool. So therefore, the classic diarrhea is green or yellow, green or colorless. Colorless is really when it's severe, it's coming through very fast and the kids get dehydrated quite quickly. So it's a matter of asking the consistency of the stool and what the parents mean by diarrhea. Now, if you start having diarrhea from a little bit of a bug in the bowel, the quickest thing that you do, you lose your appetite. And the child quickly learns that every time you take something in, something comes out. Okay, so they don't want to drink. So what we essentially do, the emergency treatment for diarrhea is to stop all foods, stop all drinks, stop all heavy stuff, stop all heavy milk drinks, and stop all solid food. And you just put the kid on what you call Pedialyte liquids. That is liquids that have been made by the manufacturers that have got the proper salt in it that the body needs for everyday well-being. And you put the patient on the Pedialyte liquids. It's called Pedialyte, but they're called electrolyte liquids. The commonest one in Canada is Pedialyte. On electrolyte liquid, and they say give him small, frequent amounts. So you give them a teacup full. If you say give him small amounts, you say, well, doctor, how much is a small amount? You have to give them something to refer to. So I say about a teacup full. Let them sip it and drink it. Keep him quiet, okay? If he vomits that up, you wait for another hour and then you try it again. Because I said, first again, in pediatric, there's no magic medicine to stop the vomiting. In adults, we use Guavol and other things, but for just a stomach flu, we don't usually give medication. We will just sort of rest the bowel. So you rest the bowel and so the bowel could recover. So you put them on the Pedialyte. The other things that we tend to add, which is controversial, recently they've tried to change the treatment of diarrhea, whereby they want to add normal diet because they have looked at and see that some parents keep the kids on Pedialyte for the whole 2, 3, 4 days. No, they're on the Pedialyte or the electrolyte liquid. And what you do, you add sort of things that tend to solidify the stool. So you give them apple sauce. You know the same apple sauce you make apple pie with. Give them some apple sauce or some banana puree and a little bit of boiled rice. It works. So you put them on that. I usually put them on that for 12 hours and they rest overnight. And the next day, I start a light diet. A light diet means crackers, a little bit of chicken noodle soup, and the Pedialyte, and so I try my best to keep them off of milk for at least for a day or two. So that's how we treat diarrhea and vomiting. If they're vomiting only, you give small frequent amounts, and diarrhea is treated the same way, because if you give them a big glass full of whatever you're drinking, as it goes down, the whole bowel is irritated. And if this big amount of fluid goes down, it just comes out the other end. So you have to give small frequent amounts, which give the body time to absorb the liquid. I wouldn't go on to dehydration, which is quite a broad topic, okay? But in the first day or two of vomiting or diarrhea, your activity of your child, behavior of your child will tell you if you're falling behind. And if a child is getting dehydrated, he's going to be lethargic, he's just lying around on the couch, he's not interested in drinking, you have to keep stimulating him, and the pee-pee, he stops pee-peeing. Normally, I give the parents a yardstick and said, if 10, 12 hours pass and the kid haven't pee-peed, you need to at least call your doctor and get some advice or come into emergency, let us see your child.